Watson Designs brings us a 6-piece live assorted SunPatien collection. Comparative retail value, because you're going to get 2 each of a tropical salmon, a tropical white, and a tropical rose, would be $66, if you could even find them. We are doing it for just over $30, $31.48 for all 6 live plants. They've already been growing for you. You might even get some with some blooms already, but these are going to bloom bigger and faster, and in this case, longer than a traditional SunPatien. They're Philip's favorite. He's a renowned horticulturalist and landscape designer. He designs gardens for big estates in Connecticut, in Florida. I think we're going to get to see Susan Graver's home that he added these to. But you're getting all 3 colors that you're seeing here, the white, the rose, and then that tropical salmon. They will ship to you for free when it is time to plant them in your zone. Your item number, again, is M88183. 80,000 orders were placed last week. We had 2 choices. We have the tropical choice remaining, and we only have 4,000 to go around. This is the way you get that wow fast with Phillip Watson. Phillip Watson is joining us live via Skype. It's so good to see you. You have such a magical way of combining art and science with your beautiful pieces, and we thank you for bringing them to us here at QVC.
Thanks so much, and I love the SunPatiens. I'm more identified with SunPatiens probably than any other plant that I bring on air. I first brought them to QVC many years ago, but these are the best. And my favorite one in the tropical collection is this beautiful rose color. That's what I have at my front door. You get a pair of the rose-colored ones, you get a pair of the white ones, and you also get a pair of the salmon ones. So you can have a matched pair for the front door, the back door, and on either side of your garage,
Ooh.
which I love. Each plant can get 30 inches tall and 30 inches wide. They like full sun to slight shade, and be sure to water because they like to be having a drink.
They love to have a drink.
Yes,
on this St. Patrick's Day, they're not alone. I like that you're wearing your green. You would not be pinched by me in your St. Patty's Day green.
I'm ready.
Speaking of green, look at the green, the variegated leaves on these, and they're going to be even more vibrant for you when they start growing in your area. Tell us about that, about the tropical choice.
Well, let me just tell you, if you want to add some bright to your garden, it's with this, because the ones you're showing were grown in the greenhouse. So they're not nearly as bright as they're going to be. We've got some images that show it, but also what I'm shipping out to you, I can show you what the foliage will look like, because it really is absolutely bright foliage, and it backlights all of the blossom, which I absolutely love. See that foliage, that lightning struck foliage. All the leaves will be like that with the beautiful flowers in front of them. So this is the thing. Add the foliage color to your garden. It is a game changer because it brightens up everything. You can see it from a distance. And, you know, I loved both collections that we offered. This is my favorite collection. This is the one that I use primarily for my clients because they are not quite sure why the garden looks better than it's ever looked, but I know why.
You do know why. And these are the exact plants, the exact colors that you use on these gorgeous estates where people can afford to hire you to come in and just make it, you know, give you that curb appeal. It's a pretty big house, but if you don't have landscaping, it's not so pretty, even an estate, right?
And each dollop of color you see there, that's one plant. Now, there are probably 4 plants in that embankment of color, so you can use it in suites or 1 per whiskey barrel if you were able to pick those up before they sold out. But big color, big blossoms, sturdy branches. That's in my own garden. Each dollop of color is one plant.
Okay,
and
so when we get
these, it's just a little over $5.
I know. That's amazing. So even if you could find them out at, you know, a garden store near you, they would be hard to find, number 1. And number 2, they would be much more expensive than this. And look at this. This is Susan Graver's house, right, in Florida?
Yes. No, here in Westchester, Pennsylvania.
Oh, this is in Westchester. Wow.
Yes, honey. right here. And you can have the color whether you live in Maine or Miami. These work all over the place as long as you keep them watered. Now, there's the foliage that I'm talking about. You see on the left-hand side, that is the tropical rose. See how the foliage illuminates all of this. So you'll get two of that pink one, you'll get two of the white one, and you'll get two of the salmon one. The white one I have in the garden because white flowers enable you to see everything else. It's the lighting in the garden. But the foliage also, that lightning struck foliage will absolutely make them pop. And there is the beautiful salmon with the lightning struck foliage. Fabulous foliage to brighten your garden. Of all the annuals I have ever used, this one is the most reliable. It's the most desirable. And I would not be without it. And as far as reorders go, of all the annuals I've ever offered in almost 30 years on QVC, this is the one that people come back for every single year. And you can get this on auto delivery for next year.
Do we still have the auto delivery available? We actually don't have it available.
We don't? Oh, okay.
No,
That's
well,
what
not
they
today.
told me a story.
Okay.
They told me a story.
Well, that's okay. That we always have them. Now, if you come back next year, they may be more expensive. They're annuals. You want to get them every year. I mean, I say your SunPatiens last year helped me sell my house. I mean, they are so beautiful and big and gorgeous.
Appeal for sure.
And then now this year, Philip, my mom and I live together now. She's the one with the green thumb in the family.
Yes.
She called me up when we had these last week. By the way, we sold 80,000 of them. Well, let's see, 10 of those were from us. We got 10 of one collection and 10 of the other one. We're going to have 60 of these beautiful, I mean, our whole house. I will send you pictures because they're going to get big like this within a very short amount of time. And then they should bloom the whole summer, right?
They bloom all the way into a frost, and they'll be blooming out of the box, as I like to say. And these will get going straight away, heavily branched already. When I first brought SunPatien on air, it would be one stem with maybe a bloom on it. This is already heavily branched, and this is where the science comes in. They build a better plant every year with the SunPatien. This is a lot better than the one that I offered, say, 15 years ago. It gets better every year, so this is the best you're going to find. And a great collection. If you want a lot of color without having to spend a lot of money, this is the way to get it. And these have flown out the door. They don't last to the end of the season. Don't wait, and also don't think you're going to find it at the nursery. You may find some. They'll be in hanging baskets that cost a whole lot of money. You can start with a smaller plant that gets just as big as that in no time at all.
And put them in hanging baskets, put them in the ground, put them in containers. Within a couple months, you will have like blooms, and then they'll bloom throughout the summer. You just have to, you just plant them, use the fertilizer, and there's a warranty even. So if you're new to gardening, don't worry, because we're not happy if you're not happy. Tell us about that, Philip.
Well, I've been on air for 29 years here, and I appreciate y'all showing up today. You can reach me at the number on the screen, or you can email with any of your questions. This is an annual, which means it's guaranteed for 90 days from time of shipment. That is the entire growing season. And we don't ask questions. We just want you to be happy, and I want you to come back, and you got your growing guide. And that's my garden. Your garden can look like this, and this is what I say. Why not?
Why not? Take away that color, and it's pretty, but it's not as pretty it is with that color. $66 is what you would pay for the 6 plants. We're less than half of that at this sale price. 88183 is your item number. And don't go too far, Philip. You'll be back in just a little bit.